top 5 England goalkeepers. You got 3.
Okay, so I listened to the show yesterday. Fantastic show as always.
Thank you, Ben.
And I like the goalie talk as well. Really like the goalie talk. And I agree that Joe Hart is, well, I don't think you actually said this, but I think Joe Hart was probably undervalued as an England goalkeeper.
I did say those exact words.
Okay.
You obviously got out your car.
Yeah. I agreed with what Benty said as well with Jordan Pickford. There's never really been a real standout English goalkeeper, has there?
Why is that? Why, when you look at great Premier League teams, is the academy goalkeeper not one that comes all the way through?
Yeah, this is good because this is, we spoke about this earlier as well when we were doing my podcast earlier, is sometimes certain clubs suit certain players. So Jordan Pickford, for example, he's at Everton. It suits him. It really does. It just suits him. He's a busy goalkeeper. He's having to make saves.
He didn't start Everton.
No, he didn't. No, I'm by the by. I'm just saying.
No, but what I'm asking is, you see great players come through the ranks and they stay at the club.
Yeah.
Right. You can pick any club you want.
Yeah.
And they've always got a great player, at least one, that have come through. I'm thinking the class of '92. I'm thinking, Beckham and all that lot have come through. But all the clubs have got wonderful players. Like, you look at your side, right?
Saka.
Who?
Saka's
come on. There you go. Prime example. Why have no clubs ever produced a goalkeeper?
It's not that easy. There's not many clubs that ever have, though, have I? To be fair, Casillas at Real Madrid.
He was the first one I thought of.
Casillas at Real Madrid. That's go on. Name me some more.
I know.
Name
Why
me some
is
more.
that, though?
Victor Valdez at Barcelona for a while. Didn't start there.
Premier League though.
But it's. I think goalkeeping in England especially is really hard to break through. You have to spend years out on loan. You look at some of these players we're talking about here: Jordan Pickford, Joe Hart, Nick Pope, Dean Henderson, players that are in the England setup, Sam Johnson. They've all been out on loan like 4 or 5 or 6 times. Jordan Pickford's been all over the place. Joe Hart was all over the place. Lower league football, because that's you've got to build a bigger picture as a goalkeeper. You've got to add to every sort of aspect of what goalkeeping requires. A lot of focus on goalkeepers, especially nowadays, is with your feet. And we were talking about Joe Hart being a victim of Pep Guardiola. When he came in, he signed Claudio Bravo. And Claudio Bravo, the reason why he actually got that move was he played for Chile against England at Wembley, and they beat England 2-0. And Claudio Bravo was playing for Chile. Alexis Sanchez scored both the goals, but he was just clipping it to the right back, to the right, left. It was unbelievable. Roy Hodgson actually said after the game, we struggled because he just beat our press every time. He was unbelievable. He just kept finding those players, and they were out, and that's how they beat us. And he got a move off the back of that. But what that set in motion was almost like a brand new way of being a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
It's a brand new style of being a goalkeeper, and I felt for Joe Hart at the time because he was a world-class stopper, But to be a modern goalkeeper, you can't just be a stopper anymore.
But Fozzie, do you think nowadays clubs with the goalkeepers and the fundamentals, we always talk about fundamentals of a goalkeeper, do you think now necessarily these managers are not necessarily looking now at your basics, which is coming for crosses, shot stopping? Do you think they're looking at the other aspect first, as in, is he good with his feet, before the other stuff?
Yeah, without doubt, mate. I think the lower down the leagues you get, you're going to want a stopper because you know it's a bit more rough and ready and it's balls in the box and it's physical. But at the top level now, we listened to the West Ham fans earlier. They want attractive football. They want teams to play out from the back. We had Jay Rodriguez on the podcast the other week, and he was talking about Vincent Kompany and the way that they play at Burnley, James Trafford doing it. And a lot of people are saying, yeah, this is great that we're trying to play this style of football, but we're getting battered every week. Yeah, so it's what do you want? You know, what do you want? It's not working, but they're getting beaten every week.
And do you know, and that's sorry, and I know you want to move on. No. And that's the thing about James Trafford, is I'm not quite sure about his fundamentals. Like, he looks very good with his feet, but when you look at some of the goals that have gone in, I'm a little bit like, ooh.
Yeah, he's having a tough. I think he's facing a lot of shots. A lot of shots are coming his way at this moment in time, and he's like I say, you're playing for a team at the bottom of the Premier League. Yeah. Confidence is going to be low anyway, and you're being asked to really focus on one element of goalkeeping, which is for Burnley playing out from the back.
Okay, so with that in mind, we need your top 5.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so
we went all over the top.
It's 5 and 4. I can't wait to see.
That's fine. Well, let's find out exactly what number 5 is.
Number 5.
Oh no, we need the number. We do things professional here, Ben.
I said number 5.
No, but you talked over the fella doing it.
Oh, sorry.
You can't both say number 5.
Sorry.
Press the button, Ryan.
Number 5.
There you go, you can talk now.
Okay, number 5, I am going to go for Ray Clemence.
Okay, he was my number 1 yesterday.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, there's a couple goalies, 5 and 4, who are probably just before my time. I do think I'm a firm believer of goalkeeping, especially, has really progressed in the last 10, 15, 20 years. Really progressed. I think football in general has. It's got better, it's got fitter, faster, quicker. The standard has raised. But Ray Clemence, he was my first goalie coach at England. Fantastic guy, lovely man, brilliant goalkeeper coach. And he actually showed me a few of his videos, some of the saves he made. He was like, just come and have a look at this, Ben. But he was lovely.
Nice.
So I've got to put Ray in there.
Can I ask, when you were a kid growing up, do you have pictures of goalkeepers on your wall?
Yeah, Peter Schmeichel.
You do?
Peter Schmeichel and Pavel Cernacek at Newcastle. Do you remember him?
Yeah, of course.
Pavel's obviously not with us anymore, but yeah, I used to love Pavel. He was a line goalkeeper. He would make saves like a cat, though. A bit like Shay Given, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you rubbish at football?
What, outfield?
Yeah.
No, I was a player, mate.
Were you?
I could have made it.
You did make it.
Oh, yeah.
Right, okay, that's number
It's quite,
5.
you know what's mad though?
Oh, yeah. Amazing.
It's mad that Schmeichel was just slipping down the list. Like, is that fourth now, isn't he? All time, Schmeichel.
No?
Yeah, it's probably like fourth now.
What are you
isn't he?
talking
do you mean?
about?
Like Czech.
No,
Edison,
mate,
Alisson
number
are both
one.
past him.
Shut
No,
up.
Czech's ahead of Schmeichel.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Edison,
No, he's
Alisson.
not. No, he's
Yeah, probably.
See, fourth.
No.
Oh, yeah,
Peter
probably.
Schmeichel was the greatest goalkeeper
He's not.
in the Premier League.
He's not.
Ever?
Yeah.
Not sure.
Okay, apart from you. No, he is.
He's
He
not.
is
He's
better.
not. He's not.
Nah, not with the way the game's changed now.
Oh, yeah, it's
Could
such a lot-
Peter
you can't-
Schmeichel play in the Premier League now? He
you
could.
can't-
No, he
that's
could.
such a
No, he could.
crazy
He could.
argument.
It's ridiculous. He could.
But that's
He
so-
was world class. He
because-
was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's still fourth. And he's still
not.
We're
unbelievable.
talking the greatest goalies in Premier League history here, yeah?
You think that Alisson is better than Peter Schmeichel?
Yes.
Not necessarily as a goalkeeper.
What, as what,
But-
a jockey?
No, again, shot stopper. Peter Schmeichel was one of the best shot stoppers
Who do you want in goal
the
tomorrow?
Premier League has
Who
ever
do you want in
seen.
goal tomorrow?
Depends who I'm playing, if I'm Man City or if I'm Manchester
World Cup
United.
final.
Depends who I'm playing against.
Brazil.
The second best team on the planet.
Exactly that. So if I'm the best team in the world, I want Alisson in my goal because we're going to be playing out from the back. But if I'm the second best team in the world and I know that I'm going to be facing shots, I want Peter Schmeichel.
Oh, second rate he wants. Oh. Look at his face.
I hate you, Ben. Right, let's move on to number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4, I am going to put Peter Shilton. You kind of badmouthed him a little bit yesterday.
He hates him.
I know he did. He
No, that's unfair.
You badmouthed him
I don't
yesterday.
hate, but anyone that gets out jumped by a 5'3" Argentinian to the ball. I mean, come on. How's he not got there first? He's 6'4" or something.
Again, it's a little bit before my time, but I've seen plenty of videos of Peter Shilton. When he was in his pomp, he was a proper goalie, by the
Seen
way. And
the
a
90
lot,
World Cup.
yeah, Italia 90. So Italia 90 probably didn't do Peter Shilton his, the justice that
Is
he
that the penalty
deserves.
shootout he was talking about?
Yeah, that's what you're talking about
You know, he
yesterday.
falls down like an old man at a bus stop.
He
being
was
blown
an
over
old
by
man
the
though.
wind.
He was getting on for 40 at that point.
He
He
41.
carried on playing until he was 50 odd. 50 odd, which is phenomenal. But by all accounts, people I spoke to in his pomp, he was
In his
something
pomp,
special.
he was,
something
but
special.
that's even before my time.
Yeah,
so
it's like I said, before my time. But again,
watch
we
him
haven't. We've never had really any settled England number ones, have we?
no, okay,
Yeah, we haven't.
All right.
Had number. That's number 4.
okay, just move on.
Number 3.
Okay, number 3. This was the easiest part of all of it. So number 3 was Jordan Pickford.
3.
Okay.
Number 3.
Don't know who your number 1 is.
And again, I think it's quite rare to have a goalkeeper that's still currently playing, still England goalkeeper. But he does a fantastic job for England. I feel so safe when Jordan Pickford's in goal for
Yeah.
England. I really do. And there's so much to be said for that. There's so much to be said for saying you're going to get 7 out of 10 every week.
No disrespect to Everton. Is he better than Everton?
But again, he suits Everton. And sometimes players suit football clubs. And Everton works for him and he works
But
for Everton.
United been looking for a new goalkeeper before Onana turned up. Is he good enough to go to United?
He'd be good enough to go and play for United,
Yeah.
without doubt. But it's whether United would want to put that outlay for somebody that the fans would go, we want a big name, we want a glamorous goalkeeper. Number 2 is Joe Hart. Joe Hart,
Okay.
just called time on a fantastic career. Really proud of everything that he's achieved.
Is it mate yours?
Mate of mine, yeah, great guy, great lad, great goalkeeper. He's actually probably the best goalkeeper I've ever trained with. Just from. He was so explosive. So he was like, I used to call him Tigger, like, from Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. Just energy to burn, always bouncing around the place, positive, upbeat. Just a great guy to have around the place. And do you remember Joe Hart back in the day, like in his pomp? He was a proper goalie. When he first got into that Man City team, oh my gosh, he was phenomenal. I remember it was him and Shay Given, and he had just come back off loan, Joe had, from Birmingham. And I remember thinking, but it's such a shame because you're going to go back to Man City and Shay Given's there. It's Shay Given. Shay Given was a legend, like proper goalkeeper. And I remember thinking, Joe, you're going to have to sit on the bench and bide your time for a little bit. It's going to be hard. and the season started, and they played Tottenham in that first game of the season, and Tottenham peppered Joe Hart's goal, and he was making saves right, left, and centre. And I remember him having a smile on his face, and at one point he kicked Colo Touré up the backside when he was on the floor for making a block or something. And I just remember thinking, God, you've got it, mate. You've got it. That's it. And that's it. Never look back.
Undervalued?
Yeah, I think so, for England. I think undervalued for England. And I think even probably in his Premier League career, I think, obviously, I would say he's a Man City legend. You guys said this yesterday. I think he's a Man City legend.
I agree.
And like I say, for the time that he was playing and doing it, he was one of the best goalkeepers in the world.
Okay.
It almost feels like that period of Manchester City, they're going to have so many legends, aren't they?
Yeah,
Coming
they
out
are.
that period. I know they've got some from back in the day, but...
Yeah. Have you got a statue of you outside Wrexham?
No, not yet.
Right, okay. It's being built. Should be being built. So we've got one left.
I know number one is you'll love it, you.
Let's find out.
Number 1.
Same as Bentley's, David Seaman. David Seaman.
Go on, say it, Andy.
No. Nothing. But yesterday, Benny was just saying he loves Seaman. You obviously love him as well.
Yeah, I love Seaman. What a guy. What a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Mr. Safe Hands. He has made the best save I have ever seen in my life.
FA Cup semi-final?
Pescasolido, FA Cup.
Semi-final. Old Trafford, wasn't it?
Was it, or Wembley?
Old Trafford.
Was it? It was
Yeah.
incredible. They're the sort of saves that you might only ever make in training once or twice in your life. Genuinely, once or twice.
But, right, I'm playing devil's advocate. He did let in 2 of the most horrific goals.
No, one of them was meant.
One of them was meant.
Dino.
They were both meant.
You're talking Naeem
Yeah.
and Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if Naeem was
Yeah,
it?
they apparently used to practice that in training all the time.
Okay, fair dues. It's a good finish on. It's a good finish, mate. I'll take nothing away from this player.
When you've seen like the Ronaldinho one,
Yeah.
and we've both seen that actually, because we've had that discussion. Did he mean it? Did he mean it? If you haven't seen it for a long time, it's difficult to debate. But if you watch it now, you know for a fact
He meant it.
he's gone
Ronaldinho
for that.
lads, yeah. Come on,
Right,
Ronaldinho
okay.
lads, yeah.
When I look at that, Dave Seaman, in fact, for both of them, the Naeem one as well, he's running back or trotting back,
Yeah.
and hardly lifts his feet off the ground.
Yeah.
What-
He's getting to the end. He's getting to the end of his career at this point,
Right.
David Seaman. And so the difference between a Joe Hart and a David Seaman, very different goalkeepers, very, very contrasting. Joe Hart, explosive, buoyant, energetic, and David Seaman's the opposite of that. So calm, so steady, so stable. He must have instilled so much confidence, not only in that back four of whatever team he was playing for, the Arsenal or the England team, but throughout the rest of the team as well. Mr. Safe Hands.
Yeah.
What a nickname to have as a goalkeeper, by the way. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And he was exactly that. And I think that is just as important an element to have to your game, being nice and calm and composed, as being that guy who can make the big saves as well.
Who's better, him or Schmeichel?
Oh, this is a massive.
Schmeichel might be at fifth now.
It's not difficult. Come on.
Peter Schmeichel is one of my favourite goalkeepers ever to have lived. One of my favourite. He's the guy that I would look at as a kid growing up.
But
There's no but coming.
Oh.
There's no but coming. And I would look at Peter Schmeichel and I would try and model my game on that and want to be that guy. I wanted to emulate him. It's a coin toss. It's a coin toss.
Well, you better keep tossing that coin till it says Schmeichel, because
nah, check's better than
You should have said, if you'd have said the other one, you could have. We're not going down the innuendo route with Seaman. We ain't saying it.
you honestly think Dave Seaman's better?
No, I don't. I'm not saying
Oh,
he
right,
is. I
fine,
don't
okay.
think he is. I'm saying
Right.
they're different goalkeepers.
Who's the greatest goalkeeper ever?
Peter Cech.
I told you.
All time.
Premier
Possibly.
League. You talk about
Premier League,
No,
certainly.
no, ever.
Well,
We talk all the time about the greatest player ever, right?
Yeah,
Is it Maradona? Is it Messi? Is it Ronaldo?
Casillas
we
is up there.
We never talk about the greatest goalkeeper.
Yeah,
We've got you in the studio, goalkeeper. Who's the greatest ever goalkeeper?
God, that's so hard. It's so hard. There's so many different goalkeepers. Like, say, Casillas, you got your Schmeichels, you got...
Buffon.
Like, Gigi, come on.
I don't ask easy questions.
I don't know the answer.
Well, you better think about it, Ben.
I'll have a think, but I'm not
Oliver
sure I can
Kahn?
give you it. Oliver Kahn. Manuel Neuer. Yeah, we're talking about goalies that are trendsetters as well,
Yeah.
yeah? They're all different, like Peter Schmeichel, the breed of big, brash goalkeepers.
Let me ask you this then, right? You know, sometimes, I don't know what age it will be, maybe 10, maybe 12, maybe you can look at a kid coming through the ranks, because we're going to talk about academy kids in a minute.
Yeah.
And you say, he's got it. That boy's got something, right? And sometimes, not always, because, you know, when you have growth spurts and you change from a kid into an adult, things change. I get that. Can you do that as a goalkeeper? Can you look at a young goalkeeper coming through the ranks and think he's got what it takes to get to the very top?
No, because you never know until they actually get there. You never know until they're thrust into that first team action. So I've seen lots of goalies that have got it technically. They've got the size, the stature, but there's the difference between that and having all the ability and being an unbelievable shot stopper and being all that, but then being able to also do it on the pitch on a Saturday afternoon when it's called for and be aggressive and have a bit of nous about you. The reason why I think Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the world is his nous, his reading of the game, sensing opportunities that are about to happen or might happen, or just clocking somebody's body language, that striker's body language. He might have just took a little glance into the corner as he's about to take that shot, using a defender's body as a block, as an aid, to know that he can only put it to my right hand side then, so he'll overcompensate for that, so he's there, and it makes it look like a comfortable save, but he's done all this groundwork, this homework of watching that player's body language. That's why he's able to do that.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.